The great leader is a genius at creating problems he can't solve. In 2018, he ripped up a 2015 agreement that stopped Iran from developing nuclear weapons. They were in total compliance, but the great leader had a problem. It was Obama's deal, so it had to be trashed, which allowed Iran to increase its nuclear activity and led straight to the great leader's mystifying a no-exit war, which he clearly doesn't understand. Problem created, problem made worse. Another massive death-dealing disaster for the great leader. No other president would take Bibi's bait because they knew the risks. But the great leader, high on Venezuela, his own awesomeness, and the giddy ministrations of his Israeli fluffer, took the advice of Jared and Steve and Pete, just the guys you want when risking global war, a couple of amoral double-dealing New York real estate hustlers, and the secretary of dumb, an alcoholic on a doomed mission to prove his masculinity with push-up videos and cartoon tough talk that wouldn't pass muster in sixth grade. And who's that squealing for death and destruction? Why, it's Lindsey Graham, the shape-shifting, warmongering buffoon, a loathsome parasite that affixes itself to the trembling white buttocks of anyone with power, displaying inspired wartime courage from the hot tub at Mar-a-Lago. On the great leader blunders, a mere shadow of the corrupt, craven rapist he used to be, not bothering to hide his contempt for the military, refusing to take off the dopey baseball cap he sells for $55 as the bodies of the brave soldiers he sent off to war arrive home, casually saying, "More will die," before lumbering off to cheat at golf. Since the great leader hasn't hit on a reason for his catastrophic war of choice, he's getting help from a smattering of evangelicals and military commanders who aren't afraid to say the stupid part out loud. The Iran war is a biblical event leading up to the rapture. Yikes! Justifying the war as a gateway to the end of days will be a tough sell to the American people who already hate the war and are ditching the great leader as he steers us into more wars and strangles the economy, answering only to the kleptomaniacal oligarchs who bought him the presidency, openly plotting to steal the midterms, ensconced in an Elvis-like bubble where no one will tell him he's driven off a cliff, and when he hits bottom in a glorious, fiery crash, the obliteration he loves will be his own, finally making America great again. Thanks, great leader. No King's March, March 28th. Let's make it the biggest protest in history.